How far can societal challenges push a person into committing unthinkable acts? In the aftermath of World War II, Japan grappled with economic hardships and a scarcity of resources. Struggling parents, burdened by responsibilities they could not meet, found themselves in desperate situations. Amidst this turmoil, we find Miyuki Ishikawa, a middle-aged midwife, striving to alleviate the distress of these families. But the narrative takes a grim turn as we delve deeper. In this backdrop, Miyuki Ishikawa's story unfolds, taking a dark turn from a caregiver to a criminal. Ishikawa, a midwife by profession, turned into one of the most prolific murderers in history. This statement may seem shocking, but the journey into the heart of darkness is rarely a straightforward one. Miyuki Ishikawa was a healthcare professional, trusted with the sacred task of bringing new life into the world. But in the aftermath of World War II, she and her husband were thrust into a world of desperation and despair. In the shadows of a society struggling to rebuild, they found themselves in a unique position. Parents, unable to provide for their newborns, left them in the care of Ishikawa. A daunting responsibility indeed, but one that was about to take a sinister turn. Ishikawa and her husband, lacking the resources and perhaps the compassion to care for these children, chose a path of unimaginable cruelty. They were responsible for the deaths of an estimated 103 innocent lives. But what drove Ishikawa to commit such heinous acts? Was it the harsh realities of post-war Japan, marked by poverty and a lack of child welfare services? Or was there something more sinister lurking within her? Perhaps it was a combination of both. A perfect storm of societal pressures and personal demons that led to these horrifying deeds. These horrifying acts remained hidden until 1948, when the authorities made a grim discovery. The discovery of multiple infant corpses led to Ishikawa's arrest. A chilling sentence indeed, and one that marked the beginning of a trial that would shake the foundations of Japanese society. Ishikawa, once a trusted midwife, now stood accused of the unthinkable, the murder of over 100 infants. As the trial unfolded, it became clear that this was not merely a case of an individual's descent into darkness, but a reflection of a society grappling with post-war devastation. Parents, unable to provide for their newborns, had turned to Ishikawa, who, with her husband, had exploited their desperation. The trial exposed the stark reality of a society that had failed to provide support for its most vulnerable members. But this was just the beginning. The proceedings were about to take an even more unexpected turn. Ishikawa's sentencing, however, was not what society expected. Despite the horrific nature of her crimes, Ishikawa received a surprisingly light sentence. The public reaction was immediate and intense. Many were shocked, unable to comprehend how such a grave act could be met with such leniency. It was as if the scales of justice had failed to balance the enormity of Ishikawa's crimes with an equally severe punishment. Outrage simmered and boiled over into the public sphere, sparking fervent debates on child welfare and adoption laws in Japan. The question was clear. How could a society allow such a tragedy to occur in the first place? The discourse was heated, the nation grappling with its own reflection in the mirror of Ishikawa's case. In the end, it was this very outrage that ignited a call for change. The public demanded better, safer provisions for struggling parents and their children. And so, the wheels of reform began to turn. Ishikawa's case, while horrifying, led to a significant shift in Japanese society. Ishikawa's crimes, as monstrous as they were, brought about significant reforms. A chilling truth that emerged from the aftermath of these heinous acts was the dire need for change in Japan's social services and child welfare policies. The case of Miyuki Ishikawa, a midwife-turned-murderer, served as a grim reminder of the societal challenges that existed in post-World War II Japan. The public outrage over Ishikawa's surprisingly lenient sentence was a catalyst for change. Policies were rewritten, systems were overhauled, and a new era of child welfare began to take shape. These significant reforms have since played a crucial role in ensuring the safety and well-being of children in Japan. The legacy Ishikawa left behind is far from admirable, yet it has undeniably influenced the course of child welfare in Japan. In a twisted way, Ishikawa's crimes brought about a necessary change in society, forcing us to question how far societal challenges can push individuals and the importance of child welfare.